others to give us attention. So
Okay, it's like a publicity stunt that people
Yeah.
allege that it was.
yeah,
So can we say it's the same thing happening with what's his name, Wizkid and Davido? Because these two people have been at it for a long time.
yeah.
Do you actually think, because of this publicity stunt that musicians usually do, that
Yeah.
there's going to be, let's say, reconciliation between these two, or we're going to be expecting this all through their musical career and all through their life? I'm talking about Wizkid now
Yeah.
and Davido.
I once told one of my people that what Wizkid and Davido was doing, yeah, it's like I said, it's for publicity, fine. But there will be a time which two of them will reconcile. There's always a time. It may be long, but there will be a time that will be like, okay, let's
Do something
do
together.
something together, because it will give them more publicity than it was not that it was giving them now. So they are just playing along, living the look. How can I put it?
What
Just
the
pending.
market wants,
Yes,
like
just
giving.
leave that pending. But it will happen. It will surely happen.
One thing or the other will
Alright,
surely
thank you
bring
so
them
much for that. So
together.
let's get to you properly. Music. So why music, and what got you into music, and why are you going for Amapiano? Why is it advice? Well, let's start from what got you into music. How did you start?
Yeah, I started there when I was in primary school.
Okay.
So I started by I was drawing first, animation. So along the way, I used to listen to music then because my dad used to buy some music. So I love all this. I start from listening to all these P Square songs,
Okay.
to the left, to the right, all those songs that I was doing then, and the bunch. So from there, I just feel like their song used to give me joy anytime I listen to their song then. So I started composing, writing my song down, then singing it for my friend. So through that, I developed myself recording. So I recorded my first track, that was 2010, when I was still in GSS2.
Okay. So why Amapiano exactly? Why not other genre of music?
Yeah, I just about that. I in the let me say in the world that we are,
Okay.
many of us are facing a lot of things. Many of us are going through a lot of things. So sometimes if I'm listening to all these cool songs, it adds to what I'm going through. But listening to all this piano, it will make you forget what you're going through for that moment.
Gives you
Be like
inspiration.
inspiration, joy.
Sure.
So the sound, you are not listening to just the words alone. You are listening to the sound, the joy that is bringing out. So there are songs for depressed that can depress you more. There are songs that can give you joy. So piano is one of the songs that can give you joy.
And that's why you went into
That's
it.
why I focus on it.
Youths out there, you listen to me out there. Are you hearing? Can you listen? Can you hear? To get inspiration, you don't have to do some kind of things that you want to chip your hand into right now. You
Yeah.
can pick a particular genre of music. It could be blues, or maybe not, or even a piano
Yeah.
to help you get to that place of inspiration that you need to get to. All right, so let's talk about Afrobeat more, okay? Because it has become a global phenomenon. With Nigerian artists like Wizkid, Davido, Burna Boy, Tiwa Savage, lots of them. We've seen other countries also, Ghana, South Africa, try to get the credit for Amapiano. Okay, so I want to get your take as regards this. I don't know if I should ask you who does Amapiano really belong to, or I should ask you what's your take on all this fight, including what's his name, Kuti's son,
Yeah.
Seun Kuti, right? He came out last year to
Yeah.
actually say it was his father, blah blah blah, and all that. So let's get your take about this Amapiano fight and the pioneers of it.
And music from day one,
Okay.
like let's say from our legends, from all this Fela Kuti, all this Idris Ali Karim. So music is an inspiration.
Okay.
So to give out what you know, give out your idea. If people like it, they go with it. But about this Amapiano thing, I can't say they start from them.
Okay.
They just start music. Music is music. So by going on the way, people are trying to change to create something unique. So from trying to create something unique, that's why Amapiano come out. So we can't say that Amapiano come from their own. Them. We now
Okay.
we are the one that create Amapiano through our own ideas.
So it's Nigeria based right now.
Yes.
You know they're gonna come for you, right?
We have
Yeah,
stolen
no,
it.
That's why I said it's not one person. We can't say that it's Fela that made Amapiano, it's
Okay.
Wizkid, it's Davido. No, it's not one person credit. It's generally idea of everyone.
Okay.
You do your own. Wow, I like the way this guy do his own. I bring my own idea. I create it in another way.
Interesting.
So it's not for one person.
Alright, I like that. I like the way you went with that. So let's talk about how spontaneous or how versatile you are in music. Is there any time? I know some people need they could say time they need a particular day, they need a particular month, they need a particular period to come up with music, especially good music. Is
Okay.
there any time that your music just came impromptu? You just stood up and you just wrote a banger. When you were done, you looked at the song like this, or you sang the song, you're like, no, this is it.
Yeah.
So is there any time this thing happened? Can you share it with us?
Yeah, that was when I'm depressed.
Okay. So which
Yeah.
of the songs in particular did you come up with that period?
Like this Debe. Debe was song that bring me out of depression when I was depressed then.
So did you write Debe in a day or it took you a while? Then
No,
you produce
just a
it?
day. Not even up to an hour. If I
You're
wanted
joking.
to compose a song, yeah, when I'm depressed, they bring the song because I'm an artist, which I'm a multi-talented artist. I don't need to compose before I sing the song. I just have to listen to the beat, then they will bring it. Anyhow, I just don't know where to come from.
Oh, bring it.
I'm like,
Yeah.
Bewa,
I'm a
àwọn
Bewa.
ẹ̀mí.
I'm just Skiba.
Skiba.
Skiba,
Once I
wait,
call them, they bring it.
wait, Skiba. That means I can call on Skiba and then I'll get inspiration to you.
Skiba.
It doesn't work like that. It doesn't work for everyone.
Okay.
They have beginner someone that work with. So I just feel like me and that name
You and
just
Skiba.
somehow work together. Yeah.
Alright, so tell me about the most interesting song that you have produced so far. One of the songs that you have seen or you have produced and you've just been like, this is my best work ever.
Yeah, that was Tom and Jerry.
Tom and Jerry. Okay,
Tom
so
or
what?
Jerry. That
Tom,
was
Tom or Jerry. I saw the title of that song
yeah.
and I was like, okay, this should have been Tom and Jerry. So tell me about Tom and Jerry. Tom or Jerry.
Yeah, instead of Tom and Jerry, the reason why Tom or Jerry come around is that the song talk about maybe you and your wife having an issue or you and your man having an issue. So it's reached some stages because of the love you have for her. You just explain to her that no matter how, either you are Tom or Jerry, we will keep dating, we will keep moving on.
Our love
So,
is forever.
Yeah, it's forever. Either
Right.
you are the Tom and the Jerry, either I'm the one disturbing you, I'm the one disturbing me. It doesn't matter. We are both together into this. So that's why it's Tom or Jerry.
All right, interesting. This is Tell Your Story on Empire Radio 104.5 FM. Wondering what Tom or Jerry is or David? Do not worry, we're going to play that song for you or those songs for you in a beat. We still have with us General Kido. All right, let's move on to this particular issue that has been one in the music industry. I'm talking about streaming platforms.
Okay.
We have Spotify, we have Audiomack, we have Apple Music, YouTube Music, and the rest. But there is this stuff with musicians and their management of manipulating streams, okay, to project a particular artist. I want to know if this affects musicians, all right? I want to know that from you, and I want to also ask that how reliable is basing an artist's streams or numbers of streams on these platforms to the artist's quality that he or she brings to the table?
Yeah, do you know what about this screening of a thing? We artists, we have areas that we focus on. We have different areas that we focus on. There are some artists, even though they didn't have the fame, but they focus on this screening of a thing. So about what you said, you are correct about that because some management, so they take advantages of an artist because it's not an independent artist. So they take advantages of the screening by all those stuff. But all those screening stuff, I've not yet focused on it yet because I focus on ad publicity, like I said. So before me thinking about going in all this screening stuff, although my songs are there, but I don't focus on gaining money from the screening yet. I focus on having the publicity first. Because when you have enough publicity, definitely you will have enough screen.
Okay. Do you
So I don't have belief in staying under one management or one management. It doesn't matter. The what matter is that do you have the fame? You know, you have a screen and nobody knows you. But you are in your room, people are screening your son or your whatever.
okay.
But do you have the fame? Can you sit where the top people are sitting? So that's what matters.
Interesting question. I like that. So before we go on to management, because I really want to touch on that, because I know there's definitely an upcoming artist listening to us right now and is trying to find a way to navigate either to go solo all the way or to be under a particular management. This question is a bit tricky,
Yeah.
but I still want to ask you. Do you feel there is still any mago on all those streaming platforms?
Yeah, there is. Like I said, there is. There will always be.
All right. So let's move back to what happened with Kiss Daniel and his dispute with the G Worldwide Entertainment. Okay, we also have the same thing or something similar happening with Naira Marley and our late Mubad. Okay, then we also have something happening with a Christian musical artist, Chinwo.
Chumuwoke.
Yes, and her management. You have decided to go solo. That is a bold step.
Yeah.
So take us through why you decided to go solo and you did not decide to be under any management.
Yeah, because there was a time when I was alone. Like I said, I was the one investing on myself. Like there's some money I supposed to use to invest on something good, but I put it on my money. So there was a stage where back in UK I reached some level where some management send their letter to me that okay, oh, we want to be managing you. So I read the script. Some artists will accept the offer because it's a big offer. They are offering me a big offer, but I just go to my throwback of amount of money I spend on myself. That this offer coming to my phone can't cover the amount of money I spend on myself. I've invested on myself. So that's why I deny those offers. Let me just keep investing. When the time comes, the right people will work to me. So
All right, dear listener, General Kido in the building, and this is Tell Your Story. Yes, he is telling his story. As you know, he talked to us about the 2 music that he has produced so far. He has produced more actually, but we're playing you some of them. But let's start with this Tom or Jerry music, as we are in the love mood, the love energy, the Valentine period. You may just want to stream that song for your special someone, okay? But chill, listen, enjoy, and later on we'll tell you on the platforms to get the music, okay? Tom or Jerry coming through from General Young Kido. Enjoy the music. All right, so we'll be back to talk more.
Everything you did do on this smile on your face, they please my body.
I sent you the streaming platform on Instagram where people can listen. I forgot to send it earlier.
You give me overdose.
but you follow me on DM.
You
Yes.
be superwoman. You too like wahala. All the trouble you cause, I no make a holla.
Say,
No more,
people,
no more
Yepa,
jelly, baby.
okay,
Make we marry,
well,
no day,
everything,
no day
well,
look that side of that job.
well,
No more,
okay.
no more jelly, baby. Make we marry, come on. No day look that side of that job.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, Skiba, oh yeah,
Everything you carry,
all the love that you get, it
cause
dey
you overload.
it dey cause you wahala. Excuse me, ma, you dey hear me now?
She be bad girl, she be Lucifer, but no get men
I
that
no be loser. If we lost this place today, they want make it higher today.
They want me to scatter.
I wanna live that ever.
No more jelly, baby. Make we marry, no day look their side of that job.
Oh yeah,
No more jelly, baby. Make we marry, come on.
topic of vibe don't turn to cameraman o. Boss,
Make I put that in for you.
okay.
Yes, coming through from General Young Kido, David is the title of that word, and of course, it is a banger. Oh my god. Okay, you know what? At Empire Radio, we don't promote rubbish, we don't do nonsense, we do premium. That song was heard. Alright, we'll tell you how you can stream much later. So, this is David's song. How has the reaction been from the audience, the listeners, and your fans?
I can say the best is the song that make me know my words and know my style and know that I can change the world with my sound. Because I see many yeah, how can I put it, many
Connections.
Okay.
yeah, many comments like, wow, this is different from what I'm listening to. So I'm trying to create something different. So I can, Debe is one of songs that make me know you can do something different.
That's
Yeah.
that's
So I have a cool audience. Even the artists I feature on it feel like, wow, this is different.
All right. So you have collaborated with different artists, Lighter, Jamo, Piper, a lot of them. Okay, take us through some of the interesting experience you had during this collaboration. I'll just take two of the artists you have collaborated with and tell us some interesting things that
Like,
inspired those.
I wanted to mention one artist. That's do you know Scalimenta?
Not really.
Dadu Bule, she okay, we are Dadu Bule is a legend.
Alright.
He's all this legend. So I love my section with him. Very interesting because when I met him, I was like, maybe he will look down on me because I'm still an upcoming. But instead of that, he spoke with me well. He entertained me. So we both chill. So I enjoyed the section with him. And the one with Lighter also. Lighter just they showed me Pepe before you understand. Before you can see the studio. But with all, we thank God that me and him deliver something hot. So.
Okay.
Yeah, I love him.
That's good. Someone showed you Pepe and you remembered.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, it's good. Boy, I love where you are right now, and sometimes it's good because it makes artists put on more. Okay, they want to still do more. They do not want to just deliver on a just small level. Once artists show you paper like that,
Yeah.
you learn to upgrade yourself and do
Yes.
better. So let's talk about those Nigerian artists, how they glorify and prioritize foreign collaborations. All right, they want to collaborate with people or artists outside of Nigeria. I'm not just talking about Nigerian artists, okay? Even artists in Ghana as well, South Africa, and everywhere. They want to use other artists to have this kind of, I don't know, the certainty of verification. I
Yeah.
don't know why they do that. But I want to get your take as regards that, okay? Because I know you've worked with some artists here in Nigeria.
Yeah.
So what's your take on musical artists vying for this foreign collaboration?
Yeah.
And some artists have not even gotten to the point where they should be collaborating, but their main focus is no, I want this, and they would do everything just to get that.
Yeah. About doing that is a good idea, and it's one of the best idea.
Okay, that's
Course.
foreign collaboration.
Yeah.
Alright.
Why? Because you're already been known in your country. At least maybe you're already. The reason why I collaborate with other artists is not because I'm not good enough.
No, I mean for foreign, those who
Yeah,
want foreign
that's what I'm
artists.
trying to put in that. For them collaborating with the foreign artists,
Okay.
they just want to be recognized over there also. So they don't want to be like Whiskey started this thing. No, when Whiskey tried was singing this Afrobeat, yeah. Then later on, he tried and collaborate with other artists there. And thank God today now, we are on the top. Our sound is known worldwide. So it's a very good idea to try and collaborate with a foreign artist, even though you are not yet in the right position.
Okay.
But it doesn't to cut down a tree. You don't need to have a big machine. You can start little by little, maybe do it an act, cutting in little by little. One day it will come down. So it doesn't matter the position you are before you try and make an attempt to do what is best for you. Fostering a foreign artist is a very good idea, which I also support. Which if I see the option or the opportunity, I will also
Why
take
not?
the step. Yeah.
Alright, coming through from General Young Kido. So another question I have for you this afternoon. So what's the biggest risk you've taken in this music? Earlier you told us that you don't spend money, that you spend a lot. But so far, what's the biggest risk you've taken?
That's a deep question. Well, I will just have to say it out. God.
Okay.
The biggest thing I took is that back in United Kingdom, I have little fame there, which I used to have a show with top celebrities.
Alright.
So there was just a time when I just sleep and wake up. I feel like, guy, you are brought up in Nigeria. You have to go back to this country and show them that at least you are a big man now. So I was like, no, going back to that country that they used to kidnap, that rough country, no, I can't risk my life going there. But I just don't know, a spirit just encouraged me that you're unstoppable, even though you go there, nothing can happen to you. So it's a risk for me to come down to Nigeria and come and push myself again.
Wait. Let me rewind and come back again.
Yeah.
You mean you abandoned the Obodo Ibo and come back to Nigeria
Yes.
here? The prayer point of some people is what you say, wait first, Father Lord, I want to come back to Nigeria.
Yes.
That is a very huge big risk. But we do appreciate that you do believe in Nigeria. That is amazing.
Thank you.
Alright, so balance is everything in life.
It's the most important thing.
Okay.
Even apart from me getting, sorry to say, apart from me getting a wife, my music is my first wife. Because when some ladies leave me back in the days, this music doesn't leave me. So that music, I take it more 80% in all what I do. Apart from, so how do I balance it up? There's some time when I'm working, I abandon music. I don't compose. I will just use that time to be listening to music. So I worked, but I used to give myself time to relax. Like, okay, this day I want to be off, but that day, the off I'm going on is music. So let me just say, 100%.
Okay.
I spend like 70% on working hard. Because I need money to push the music. So
Okay.
the remaining 30% is to focus on the music.
All right. See, in life, there's how we are supposed to do things. Okay, there's some artists that call it burnout. Sometimes they call it writer block for people who write.
Yeah.
So there are some times you need to go back and relax.
Yes.
So what are those things you do when you want to leave music for a while? Because now you're telling me it's like 100% all through.
No, not 100%. I said 80%.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
But I work harder more than I make music. Because over there,
Mhm.
where I'm staying there,
Okay.
we work every day.
Just
So
about the work.
there's little time for music. But here in Nigeria, here you may decide not to go to work and focus on music. But there you cannot. Because if you just miss a shift, you are fired. So that's why I said 70% of my full days is on working. So the remaining 30% I use it for music.
How about relationship? Very interesting question, because I tell you, the young man we have here is fine. I know we mistake. Whenever I say a person is fine, the person is fine. So, if a lady is to come into the picture, this is just a tricky question.
Yeah.
So, what percentage are you going to give her? If work is taking 80 and music is taking 20, so how are we going to give the lady a little bit of percent? And what are you going to give her?
That's a good question also. Like I said, I've been in a relationship whereby I've been hurt many times before I decided like, guy, leave woman matter, focus on
How
work.
many percent will you give the woman that want to enter your life
It
now?
depends. It depends. If the woman
Uh-huh.
understand and maybe wanted to support my dream, because I'm a lover guy. I know how to take care of woman, so I know how to cherish a woman. That's why I sing in my song. Most of my songs talk about being a woman, so I can just maybe release like maybe 30%.
30 from work or from can't even be from music.
Yeah, it should be from work. Yeah, 30%.
All right, thank you so much for the best advice you've ever received, and who gave you that advice?
The best advice.
Ever, in respect to any part of life, either music or life in general.
About that advice, like I said, I used to speak to myself when I'm depressed. So when you are serving God, God can be your consoler. God can be speaking to you through some voices. So if you are down, when you are down, you can call on your God. He will speak to you. He will be your friend at that moment. So sometimes when I'm down, when I'm just asking what to do, like I said, I don't want to come to this country before. But through me speaking with the Holy Spirit, I was speaking with my God. He asked me, go. You are unstoppable, nothing will happen. So the advice I can say that I have most is just from God.
General Young Kido.
Yeah.
When we ask for inspiration, you gave us one name that
Skiba.
Skiba brings inspiration.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Now-
the skipper name is from God,
Okay,
not
it's
mine,
from-
not my idea.
Oh my God, music is so interesting.
Very
So
interesting.
okay, this question is kind of out of what I actually planned to ask.
Oh, okay.
Because I did not expect you to be mentioning God everywhere.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
your look, people would definitely say definitely not. So
Oh,
have you gotten
yeah.
that reaction where people are like, really, uncle, this is you, and you're saying God? Like,
Yes.
how does she correlate?
Yes. Let me put it this way.
Okay.
God created this world, so some people show their side of serving God, like they carry it on their head that one day.
Okay.
But God still needs some man to go into deep into the word to still push his words. So it's not not until when someone wears a suit and wear a tie and preach God to you doesn't mean that he's holy. Some people can even be smoking and still be telling you about God. God needs those people to do the work. Because those that are wearing the nice clothes can go into the world, deep into the, you know what I mean?
The chorus.
Deep into the world to preach his work. So God still needs people like us that will look like them, but we know we are serving God. We're not serving what they're
Do
serving.
you know what I hear about people who talk like this?
Yeah.
That one way or the other, they are going to enter ministry. That they are going to enter it fully. So I
Yes,
see
that's
that in
what
your
people
future.
say, right? If God says so, anyway, I'm not scared to serve him.
All right. So on the program, Tell Your Story, we usually do one interesting part of the program. Okay, where we give
Okay.
you about 4 minutes to answer 10 questions.
Okay.
But these questions, they may have part 1 and part 2. You still
Okay.
have to take them as one. But before we move on to that segment, because we have about 5 more minutes to go, before we move on to that segment, what is the biggest lesson music or being a musician has taught you? I did ask for the advice you've gotten from someone,
Yeah.
but now I'm asking about music in general. Like you sat down, you say, it is music that taught me this lesson in life.
Hmm.
So what would it be? The biggest lesson that music or you being a musician has taught you?
What music taught me, and the biggest lesson music taught me is that you can't just sit down
Okay.
and be singing alone, even though you are the best musician in the world. People may not still hear you. So music taught me that you have to do different things to get people attention. Yeah, not just you singing.
All right. So this is Tell Your Story on Empire Radio 104.5 FM, and telling his story today is General Young Kido, a musical artist from Ekiti. I feel jealous right now.
Huh?
You know, from Ondo State.
Huh?
Anyways, so we've got to the part where we're going to ask you 10 questions. They are fun, interesting questions, but you have to answer them in 4 minutes. All right. So your time starts now. Where if your music were a Nigerian dish, let me come again, okay?
Okay.
All right, your time start now. If your music were a Nigerian dish, what would it be?
Oh, that should be jollof rice and fried rice.
All right. So if you were a superhero, what superpower would you be?
That would be Superman.
Okay, to fly and all that.
Yeah.
All right. So if you could create a group with any 4 artists, who would be in it, and what would you name that group?
Who will be in it?
You need 4 artists.
Yeah.
Yes.
Who will be in it?
Yes.
Is
4.
it famous artist? Or...
Anyone? Your
Yeah,
time they come.
Davido.
All right.
Uh-huh.
You need 3 more.
The title.
Yeah, I will pick Buju,
Okay, 2,
Tiwa Savage.
3.
Then I will pick Uga.
All
Yeah.
right, fine. So if you could switch lives with any celebrity for a day, who would it be?
I like Omale. I like his lifestyle.
All right. So what would you do if you're Omale for one day?
I would deliver a motivational song for people who are going through a lot.
All right. So 20 minutes to rate someone's closet. Anyone in this world, you have to enter there and pick anything you have for 20 minutes. Whose closet are you going to go to?
Davido.
Okay. It's always Jerry you're going to pick up. Okay, if you weren't a musician right now, what else would we find you doing?
If I'm not one,
A
come
musician.
again. If I'm not a musician,
Yeah.
like working. Like which type of work?
Anything. What other thing or
Things
skill
like that.
will we find you doing?
Like acting. I love acting.
All right.
Yeah.
So the next one, question 8. What's one thing your fans might not know that they may be surprised about you? One thing that people really do not know about you.
Maybe, maybe pride. Some of my fans say that I have pride, which I know I don't.
Okay. So the next one is, what's the easiest way to win your heart?
To win my heart.
Yes. Okay. You see something, or someone can do something, or something you just say like, hey, okay, you won my heart.
Okay, if you can win my heart, maybe if you can be sending me a prayer point in the morning and night before I sleep and when I wake, if I'm seeing your prayer points.
Oh
yeah,
no, that's
fine.
finished.
That's all.
Hey, very easy, man. All right, so the last question: craziest food combination you have had, or you've eaten, or you've tasted? Like they combine the food and you're like, you ate it.
Yeah, that's Indomie with Gary.
Indomie and Gary.
Yeah.
Please, how did that one taste?
You said it now, combination. It tastes nice.
All right, thank you so very much for your time this evening. Dear listener, we have been talking to Oladapo Olamiju, right?
Yeah, correct.
Yes,
Adekoniye.
Koniye. Yes,
Koniye.
Ade General Young Kido is a musical artist, hails from Ekiti State, Nigeria. And of course, from the UK right now is in Nigeria promoting a song. So real quick, let's talk about why you're here. People want to meet you, they want to get to know you. So how do they do that? How do they connect with you? I know you have an event coming up, but let's talk about social media first.
Yeah, on all social media, I am General Young Kido. Normal spelling of General and the Young with Kido, Kido, on all social media, even on Google, General Young Kido, to bring all my social media. So on TikTok, Instagram, either Facebook, either YouTube, whatever, even Snapchat.
All right.